So you can see I'm in the SIS home screen here. I have the top menus here, which I use. Some people like to use the left side menus. Either way, the navigation is the same. You would go to View Maintain, Student, and Student Data Grid and Groupings. This is where we would be able to identify the information we're wanting to pull from SIS. I'm going to go back to the home screen and show you a quicker way to get there if this is something you're going to use often. We can add to our favorites list the student data grid. Do this in your home screen by clicking Actions and Favorites. If we scroll down a bit, we can see our list of available favorites here. Scroll through that until you see the student data grid. We'll highlight it and click Add. Make sure you hit Done or Apply before you leave this screen. And now you'll see student data grid is here. After you log out and log back in, it will also show up in this drop-down menu here. So let's select the data that we need by going to student data grid. And we're going to click right here, which is select columns to display. Right now we're showing student name, which is last, first, and middle, which we really don't need, so we're going to hit the remove arrow here. And we're going to scroll all the way down all of this information until we get to student first name and student last name. Student first, arrow it over, student last, arrow it over. We already have grade. I'm going to move grade down the list so it shows later. And the last piece, let's grab teacher. So this will give us our homeroom teacher. And then I'll hit done. Now we have the fields that I need. And if I hit this button, get all active enrollments, this will show everyone in this building at all of the grade levels, pre-K, K, and so on. These particular columns may be ones which you will be referring to often, so you will want to set this grouping as a default. If you were to hit done and leave the student data grid and then come back to it, you would lose the selections you just made. You can set default by going to this button, which is the grid options, and simply check save these options and done. Now that you've selected the data you were looking for, you can easily export this into an Excel spreadsheet. We have the data showing. We'll click here on Actions and Export. We'll want to choose Excel tab, and this will open up a window giving us this radio button. We need to choose XLS file, which is an Excel file. I normally include the column headings. You don't have to. And then just click Export. Depending on which browser you're using, you'll probably get some sort of a window that tells you there's a download. Do you want to open or save it? This is Internet Explorer, Chrome, and Firefox do it in different ways. Regardless, you'll want to just click Save on the pop-up. And almost always, you'll be given a choice that says to open the folder. Now I can open the folder. I'm looking in my Downloads folder, and I can see that this is the data file I just exported. We can double-click it to open it. You'll often get this error. This is an older Excel file version, but it's okay to open it, so we'll say yes. And now we have our data in the Excel file. Once you've opened your data in Excel, we can now sort that data how we would like to view it. We'll find on the top tab here the Data tab and choose it. Before we click Sort, we're going to highlight the data we want to sort. So I'm going to grab the first student, drag all the way down to the bottom of our data set. And once I've highlighted everything, then I'll click Sort. Now here it says you can sort by which column. So maybe we'll sort by grade first. That's column C. However, you can add multiple levels to fine-tune the sort. Maybe after I sort by grade, I then want to sort by teacher. So that's column D. You could add another level to sort by student last name, so they're alphabetized within their class. You could even add another level to sort by first name. Once we've chosen those levels and organized them how we wish, click OK. Either one of these two choices will work fine, I believe, so we'll click OK. And now we can see our first graders show up with their first teacher, then the next class of first graders, second graders, and so on.